For thousands of years, human history has been written in books, but hidden beneath the soil, inside forgotten temples and sealed vaults, lie artifacts that should not exist. Objects so strange, so powerful, that scientists fear them, museums hide them, and history refuses to accept them. Today, we're opening the doors to the forbidden. Welcome to the world of impossible relics. The Serpentine Mask, a face carved by darkness. Have you ever heard of an artifact so strange, so cursed, that museums refuse to display it? Today, we're talking about the Serpentine Mask, a mysterious object that has terrified historians and collectors for decades. The mask is carved from a rare dark green stone that resembles the scales of a serpent. Its surface is unnaturally smooth, almost like polished glass. But what makes it so terrifying is not just how it looks. It's what people feel when they get close to it. According to old travel journals, the mask was first discovered in a forgotten temple deep inside the Amazon rainforest. The walls around it were covered in symbols of snakes wrapped around human skulls. Standing right in the center was the mask, placed carefully on a stone pedestal, almost like it was waiting for someone to find it. At first, researchers thought it was used in rituals by an ancient serpent-worshipping tribe, but soon, strange things started happening. The first archaeologist who tried to remove the mask reported hearing whispers, not loud ones, just very soft, slithering sounds, like a snake breathing right behind his ear. He dropped the mask and ran. The next day, he returned with his team, but his hands were covered in strange burn-like marks. He said he'd been dreaming of snakes crawling under his skin all night. But it didn't stop there. A wealthy collector bought the Serpentine Mask and stored it in a glass case inside his mansion. Within days, his security cameras started malfunctioning. His staff reported moving shadows. One night, his wife woke up screaming, claiming she saw a tall figure wearing the mask, standing at the end of their bed. Some believe the mask was used not just for rituals, but for transformations. Ancient legends say that any person who wore it would gain the power of the serpent, but would slowly lose their humanity. Experts have tried studying the mask, but every scientific scan fails. X-rays don't penetrate it. Lasers reflect away. Even the temperature around it is always slightly colder than the rest of the room, as if the mask is draining warmth. Today, the Serpentine Mask is locked away in a private vault. No one knows its true origin. No one knows what it wants. But one thing is certain. It was never meant to be worn by humans. But masks carved from stone aren't the only things that defy logic. Sometimes the truth is hidden inside the rock itself. Our next artifact didn't just challenge history, it completely shattered it. The Williams Enigmalith, the stone that shouldn't exist. In 1998, a man named John J. Williams was hiking through the desert in North America when he stumbled upon something strange sticking out of the ground. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary rock, but when he cleaned off the dirt, he found something impossible. Embedded perfectly inside the stone was a small metallic object, smooth, symmetrical, and shaped like an electrical connector. It wasn't attached loosely. It wasn't inserted by someone. It was grown inside the rock, as if the stone had formed naturally around it. This mysterious artifact is now known as the Williams Enigmalith. Enigmalith, meaning enigmatic monolith. Scientists were shocked. The rock itself is estimated to be over 100,000 years old, but the metallic object inside looks completely modern, almost like a USB port or an electrical plug. That makes no sense. Humans capable of making metal tools didn't even exist at that time. So, who made it? Some geologists suggested it might be a hoax, but when the rock was scanned with X-rays, they found that the metal object was fully enclosed inside the stone, with no visible way it could have been inserted. There were no cracks, no glue marks, no drill holes. It was completely sealed inside solid rock. Even more disturbing, the metal piece appears to be made of non-rusting, non-magnetic alloys, materials similar to the ones used in modern aerospace engineering. How did such advanced technology end up inside an ancient rock? Theories began to explode. Some researchers claimed it was evidence of ancient aliens. Maybe extraterrestrials visited Earth long ago, dropped or installed this device, and it was later buried by nature. Others believed it could be a piece of technology from a lost civilization, something like Atlantis, or an even older unknown society. A few even speculated that it might be a time capsule left behind for future humans to find. like a message saying, "We were here before you." But the most alarming discovery came when scientists tried to drill into the object to analyze it. The drills suddenly malfunctioned, as if an invisible force was interfering. Electrical equipment near the Enigmalith often behaves strangely. Batteries drain, compasses spin, and sensors fail, almost like it doesn't want to be studied. Today, the Williams Enigmalith remains one of the most controversial artifacts ever found. Some scientists refuse to acknowledge it, calling it too strange to be real. Others believe it could rewrite our understanding of history, technology, and even life beyond Earth. Because if the Enigmalith is real, then either someone was here before us, or someone is still watching. If a single stone can hold futuristic technology, then what about entire civilizations that vanished without explanation? Some left behind weapons, others left behind warnings. The Ubaid Lizardmen were reptilian beings worshipped in ancient Mesopotamia. Long before the pyramids of Egypt, before the rise of Greece or Rome, there existed an ancient civilization in Mesopotamia known as the Ubaid culture, dating back to 5000 BC. These people were among the first to build settlements, create pottery, and form early societies, but they left behind something that historians still cannot explain. Archaeologists digging in southern Iraq discovered dozens of strange figurines made of clay, but these were not ordinary statues. They did not look human. They had long skulls, narrow faces, slanted eyes, and scaly skin. Their heads were shaped like lizards or snakes. They are known today as the Ubaid Lizardmen. These ancient statues show humanoid bodies with reptilian heads, often wearing robes or holding babies like human mothers. Some even appear to be wearing crowns or helmets, suggesting that these reptilian beings may have been leaders, gods, or rulers. The most mysterious part? There is no written explanation, no carvings that describe who or what these lizard-like beings were. They were clearly important. But why? Historians offered many theories. Some claimed the figurines were mythological creatures, symbolizing fertility or protection. Others insisted they represented shamans wearing ceremonial masks. But there is one theory that refuses to die. What if the Ubaid people actually encountered or even lived alongside reptilian beings? Several ancient cultures across the world, from Egypt to India to Mesoamerica, also describe powerful serpent gods or dragon-like beings who ruled over mankind. Could these be more than just myths? Could they be distant memories of an ancient reptilian race? Modern conspiracy theorists believe the Ubaid Lizardmen could be connected to the idea of reptilian aliens, intelligent, shape-shifting creatures said to have influenced human civilization from the shadows. Some even suggest they still exist today, hidden among us. One thing is certain. These figurines were not made randomly. They show careful craftsmanship. The lizard features are too specific to be accidental. And more importantly, they appear calm, royal, almost divine, not frightening or monstrous. This suggests the Ubaid people may have respected them, not feared them. So the question is, were these statues symbolic representations of gods, or were they portraits of someone real? To this day, museums keep the Ubaid Lizardmen on display, but most visitors simply walk by, unaware that they might be staring at evidence of a forgotten species or a forgotten ruler of Earth, because if these figures are telling the truth, then humans may not have been the only intelligent beings in ancient history. Maybe we were not alone. Humanoid reptiles ruling over ancient humans, legends carved in clay. Then the real question is, who came before us? These artifacts do not belong to any chapter of history we know. They belong to a story that's been erased, buried, or deliberately hidden, and the deeper we dig, the louder the past begins to scream.